The night in Detroit was nothing short of a nightmare for the Cleveland Browns. From the first half's costly turnovers to a humiliating special teams collapse that gave up a 65-yard punt return touchdown. The game was a disaster from top to bottom. Fans expected grit and fight against the Lions, but instead they got a meltdown that left the team in shambles. And now, the fallout has ignited one of the biggest quarterback controversies Cleveland has seen in years. At the center of it all stands Shador Sanders, the rookie quarterback whose name is now on everyone's lips. The son of NFL legend Deion, primetime Sanders, has been waiting patiently for his moment. Grinding away on the scout team, proving himself in practice, and showing glimpses of the raw talent that once made him a headline recruit. But patience only lasts so long, and after this latest implosion, Sanders' moment might finally be here. Mary Kay Cabot wasted no time tearing into the Browns' predicament. According to her, the organization is standing at a crossroads. The quarterback position can no longer be ignored, and a change isn't just possible, it's necessary. In her blunt assessment, she made it clear that Shador Sanders is no longer an afterthought on the depth chart. He's at the top of the list to start, even leapfrogging Dillon Gabriel in the minds of some inside the building. Gabriel, Cabot explained, hasn't displayed the confidence required to command a huddle or inspire his teammates, while Sanders has consistently demonstrated poise, leadership, and a readiness to step into the spotlight. This revelation comes at a moment when Joe Flacco's career in Cleveland looks like it's unraveling before our eyes. Flacco's stat line from the Lions game was dreadful. 16 completions on 34 attempts, 184 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a fumble lost. His lone pick six in the first half was brutal. Though he tried to shoulder the blame by pointing out that Jerry Jeudy slipped on his route, no one was fooled. This wasn't about one play. It was about a quarterback unable to deliver when his team needed him most. Flacco owned up to his mistakes in the post-game press conference, taking accountability for the interceptions and acknowledging that he'd put the defense in impossible positions. But apologies don't win games, and at this stage of his career, accountability doesn't erase the reality that his arm isn't what it once was, and his leadership feels stale in a locker room desperate for energy. Kevin Stefanski, the Browns head coach, finally cracked under the pressure. Known for his calm and measured demeanor, Stefanski's frustration bled through in the aftermath of the Detroit debacle. For the first time this season, he publicly criticized Flacco, calling out the costly fumble and his overall poor decision-making. He also made it clear the team can't afford breakdowns like giving up punt return touchdowns, openly admitting that the performance on multiple fronts was unacceptable. But perhaps the most striking moment came when Stefanski hinted without hesitation that Shador Sanders is now in the mix to start. Not just down the road, not just in theory, but as early as Week 5. That single acknowledgement signaled a seismic shift in Cleveland. For weeks, Sanders had been little more than a talking point among fans. A name floated in speculation, a project stashed away on the scout team. But now the head coach himself was putting Sanders' name on the table. And Cabot doubled down on the report, insisting that the buzz around Sanders inside the building is undeniable. Players and coaches alike have been impressed by his scout team performances, and more importantly, they believe he can translate that into live game success. What makes Sanders different is not just raw athleticism, but his versatility and arm talent. Cabot highlighted his ability to adapt under pressure, varying the velocity of his throws, delivering bullets when necessary, or lofting soft-touch passes when the moment calls for it. She pointed to his knack for sidearm throws, his vision in finding passing lanes, and his composure in adjusting on the fly. These are traits Cleveland has been sorely lacking under Flacco. The rookie doesn't just bring talent, he brings unpredictability, it's flair, and the kind of spark that can change the energy of an entire sideline. Meanwhile, Flacco's leash has become non-existent. Cabot noted that his last 2 outings against Baltimore and Green Bay were equally uninspiring, each riddled with mistakes and missed opportunities. The Detroit game, she explained, was his make-or-break moment. Had Flacco delivered, perhaps he would have bought himself more time, maybe even secured his starting role for a few more weeks. But his underwhelming performance all but sealed his fate. The Browns can no longer justify trotting him out. Not when the losses pile up and frustration grows louder in the locker room. In light of this, Cleveland is shifting gears. The plan now, according to insiders, is to divide opportunities between Dillon Gabriel and Shador Sanders. Both rookies will be given chances to develop, to test themselves under the lights, and to show what they can contribute moving forward. But make no mistake, the focus is on Sanders. His performances, his attitude, and his readiness have placed him at the front of the line. Gabriel may get his reps, but Sanders is the one the Browns see as the future. What makes Sanders' situation even more compelling is his own voice in the matter. He has been candid about his frustration, admitting for the first time that waiting in the shadows is no longer acceptable to him. He believes he's ready. He believes he's better than the quarterbacks ahead of him. And he's gone further, suggesting he's already a cut above some of the starters across the NFL. These bold statements would sound arrogant coming from many rookies. But with Sanders, they carry weight. He has shown in practice that he can back up the talk, and his confidence is infectious. His teammates see it. The coaches see it. And now, so does the media. The Browns can't ignore the reality staring them in the face. Flacco's days are numbered, and Dillon Gabriel has not displayed the spark to claim the role. Sanders is the one fans want to see, the one analysts are praising, and the one insiders are betting on to take the reins. The frustration inside the building is palpable. Every mistake from Flacco amplifies the calls for Sanders. Every moment Gabriel struggles in the huddle sharpens the case for Shedeur. And with each passing day, it's becoming increasingly impossible for the Browns to keep him off the field. The future of the Browns' quarterback position doesn't lie in patchwork veterans or timid rookies. It lies in Sanders, the young quarterback whose name carries legacy, swagger, and the skill set to reshape Cleveland's offense. The question isn't whether he'll get his shot. It's when, and after Detroit, the countdown may already be ticking. So what do you think? Are the Browns finally ready to make the bold move and put their faith in Shador Sanders? Is he the quarterback who can ignite this franchise and lead them into the future? Or is it too soon to throw a rookie into the fire? Do you believe Joe Flacco deserves one more chance? Or has his time in Cleveland already come to an end? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.